Hey everyone, Hybrid Toy Reviews here, wanting to take a look at the Star Wars The Black Series Phase 2 Clone Trooper. It is labeled as being from the Clone Wars lineup. It also fits on your Revenge of the Sith shelf. It's a really cool figure, which is just a repaint of the Commander Appo. It's using the same body, same sculpt, same everything, but that's a-okay because they're clones and they're supposed to look the same. It's a figure that I've been really excited for. Hasbro's first single pack of the Phase 2 clone ever. It's a much excited figure, so let's get into the review and see if it's a worthy addition to the collection. Let's get into it. Here's the packaging for the Phase 2 Clone Trooper. It is your standard plastic-free stuff going on. You have your Black Series logo above a CG render of the figure looking pretty cool. Down below that is your Star Wars The Clone Wars logo, Phase 2 Clone Trooper. Warning 4+, plastic-free packaging, Hasbro. This side of the box features some artwork of the Clone Trooper holding a Stormtrooper E11. What the hell, Hasbro? Come on. Surely you don't have in-house people doing your drawings. You outsource this, right? This shouldn't have been wrong. Over here, you have your Black Series logo, the render of the clone, stating that he stands at exactly 6 inches tall and showing his accessories off nicely. Below that, you have your plastic-free packaging blurb. It was such a great idea that it went away. Around back, you have your Black Series logo, the render of the clone again, his name, a bio in varying languages. Pause and read whichever language best applies to you. He's number 14 in the Clone Wars lineup. You have a bunch of legal stuff, Disney and Hasbro logos, barcodes, and more legal stuff down below. Up top is just a hanger tab and no window to let light in the box because there's no window in the front to see the figure. So another reason that plastic-free was inferior. So let's go ahead and get into the review and see if this is a worthy addition to your collection. Here's the Phase 2 clone out of the packaging. As always, we'll start by taking a look at the accessories. He comes with everything that you would hope he would. He comes with the standard shorter Clone Trooper blaster, looking very nice. It's in a light gray plastic, but it's sculpted well. There's no paint, there's no dry brushing, there's nothing that we used to get in the line. It is just casted plastic, but it serves its purpose well enough. A lot of nice detail on it, and an accessory I'm happy to have. Another accessory I'm happy to have is the Clone Long Rifle. Again, no paint, just dark gray plastic. It serves its purpose well. It looks like a clean gun, you know, and I guess the clones would clean the rifle. So maybe that's why the lack of paint is better here, trying to make it sound better. But it's very well sculpted, and it's a blaster we've seen tons and tons of time in the line, so I shouldn't have talked about it as much as I have. He has his helmet, which is removable, looks very nice. It is cast in white plastic with the essential details punched in, like the black of the visor, the silver of the teeth, and the little like breather tips down at the bottom. He has these blue marks on each cheek, and then the gray band going around the back, and the black line above the forehead that some people just lose their goddamn minds over when it's not there. But this does make him look a little more movie and less Clone Wars, which sucks because he's in Clone Wars packaging. Come on, Hasbro, Revenge of the Sith packaging win. The helmet fits over his head very well, and it looks like a clone when it's on there, I gotta say. Also, I have to say, kudos to Hasbro. For the first time in the 10 years of the Black Series, they have finally given us a mainline Phase 2 all-white Clone Trooper. It only took you 10 years to hit this army builder. Now, some of you people are like, hey, Hybrid, I have this piece of shit figure right here. This doesn't count. This was in a 4-pack, and the only way to ever get a white Phase 2? Like, come on. Now, that's on the old clone body. It's awful. There's nothing redeemable about it. This is on the new body with great articulation. So, I gotta say, I mean, it makes me happy that they waited, because otherwise I would have bought a bunch of that figure back in the day. Now, you may have seen a recent review of mine where I reviewed this Target exclusive Commander Appo from the Kenobi series. If you did, you know what you're getting into. This figure is this figure with more paint than this figure has. So this is not a repaint, this is a de-paint, but that's all right. So one difference that it does have is, let's take that helmet off, on the face. So this is very much like the Kenobi series clone, where, wow, that focus is atrocious. There we go. This is like the Kenobi series clone, where the face doesn't really seem photoreal. It seems like it's painted in a more traditional way, which isn't awful, because let's be fair, who's going to have their clones with the helmets off? Like, I accept some cost cutting here. Now, it is the same sculpt as the Commander Appo. One thing they've done a little different here is they have given him a hint of a 5 o'clock shadow going on. It is not horrible. I know that some people really don't like it. I know Luke Ness Monster was not a fan. Honestly, I don't hate it. It probably could stand to be darker if you're going to call it 5 o'clock shadow, though. However, what I do like is them using the same sculpt but giving him something different, because it's so easy to think of the clones as all looking the same, but in universe they all had unique haircuts and tattoos and facial hair, and so like I do at least appreciate Hasbro trying to make them look a little different. I wonder if we're going to see that going forward, if maybe they might paint some scars going on them, going forward, or little blemishes, or one guy might have a stash or something, and that's cool. I hope that they do try to differentiate the different releases a little bit going forward. So yeah, he does feature a unique face deco in this one respect. And I gotta say, the Temuera Morrison likeness is there. It's not remarkable. I think it would be better had it been punched in with photoreal. But as mentioned, it'd be a waste, because you're gonna cover it up all the time. So otherwise, from the neck down, he looks like a clone trooper. He has a nice black bodysuit going on with all the white armor pieces over top. And spinning him around, there is not a speck of paint on this guy. He is all white plastic and black plastic, and little bits of white and black paint where different pieces need to change color while they're on the same mold. But yeah, he is a very, very standard figure. It's hard to really say that there's a whole ton of detail going on here, I have to say. Let's go ahead and run through some articulation, which again, if you have that Apo, you know what you're getting into. Let's put the helmet on so you can see what it's going to be like when you have him, how you're going to have him. He has a double ball neck, which allows him to look that far up, that far down. He can do side to side and get a bunch of pivot going on. He can raise his arms up to a T-pose. These are the new shoulder pads that have like the ring in the joint, so they hang, they can get out of the way. I like that. Also features that rubber torso overlay. 360 at the shoulder, bicep swivel. Single jointed elbows can go 290 and rotate at the elbow. 360 at the wrist. Both wrists the left one hinges in and out, my bad, and the right one hinges up and down. Both hands feature a trigger finger, though. That is an excellent upgrade. Thank you, Hasbro. Mid-torso ball joint allows him to crunch that far forward, that far back. He's from side to side and pivot. He can kick his legs out that far. They can go that far forward, a little bit back. There is an upper thigh rotation with single jointed knees that go past 90 and swivel. The knee pads are floating on this, so they are not glued to the thigh like they used to be, and that is definitely an upgrade for some. I didn't hate it, but I know a lot of people did. I was in the minority there. His feet can point basically straight down, really far forward, and there's a forward-facing pin for rocker, allowing you to get some pretty decently wide stances with both feet flat on the ground. To do some size comparisons, here he is next to Commander Apo, or as I call him, the 501st clone. They're the same height. I feel that's appropriate. Here he is next to my Dirty Wash Clone Commando from the Bad Batch. They stand very similar heights. That works for me. Here he is next to a B1 battle droid, something that they routinely fight, and apparently these are coming as a 2-pack soon. They've been pipelined. That's kind of cool. Here they are next to Ahsoka in her Padawan gear from seasons 3 to 5 of Clone Wars. She led many clones, phase 1 and 2, so she is shorter, and I approve of that. And then, just because they look good together, here is the Clone Wars target Anakin. And yeah, as you see, the clones all stand the same height, the other characters vary appropriately. I like how he scales. All in all, well done. Alright, so end of the day, what do I think of this Phase 2 clone? I really like it. I think there is no reason not to army build the hell out of this guy. He is a spectacular addition to the collection. I don't think you're doing anything wrong by amassing huge quantities. He is a stellar replacement for our only prior Hasbro option. He is a stellar replacement for the 2020 body that you can get on AliExpress, because Hasbro never painted that all white, but AliExpress did. This cannot be praised highly enough. This is amazing. I am super happy that Hasbro's come around. I don't believe they could ever outdo this. This is flawless. This looks the part. This feels the part. It articulates the part. I don't want them to modify this in any way going forward. This is flawless. Don't touch this. Hasbro, keep it around. So there we go. I'm satisfied. I cannot encourage you enough to get it. I'm going to go work on some other videos, so thanks for watching. It means a lot that you did. If you enjoyed, you should leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that end of video stuff. I'm going to go do that other stuff now, and I will catch you next time. Until then, may the Force be with each and every one of you, and goodbye.